Right, so let's see how that turns out, because I should be live. Come on. Alright, I think we are. Oh, what's going on here then? No, that's just junk, that's fine. Hey, finally, it's saying I'm live. Hey, so Jello, good evening and welcome back. We've got a few things that are going to go on tonight. We've actually got the box opening to do and at least 4 issues to catch up on. So I'm just going to go Jello all in the chat. I'll do the links in a minute. So why don't you go ahead and say hi Spoon. I'll know that you're here and we can sort things out. And hopefully a good friend of mine will pop in and we'll find out how things are. So don't I just go ahead and now get links. Where it will be making a nice beverage in a moment. He's just waiting for a message and we go from there. So yes, I was just doing a quick tally up and all that, and I believe we should have the I think it's issue, was it delivery 7, so that should be the little Dolly model, which is the 1/76 scale model. So there we go, hopefully we've got that. So if you haven't yet, why don't you come over to our Discord, come join us there, have a few chats, look at some photos, have a few sneak peeks at some video clips and things like that, SID gameplays as well as the model builds. I have to set up a new Discord for someone, but I need to have a meeting with them later on this week to find out how they want it done. If you haven't yet, come join us on the Facebook, hit us up there, let us know first so I can accept you, and you can obviously have a chat there and other bits and pieces, see what we've got going. If you haven't yet, why don't you pop over into the Fiverr store and purchase some goodies if you wish. There's all sorts of stuff on there, and with that there is also a Fiverr website coming very soon. It's similar to Twitch and YouTube, and our videos will be up on there as well. If you haven't yet, pop over to the Instagram, find us there, and have a look at some of the photos. Behind the photos is obviously links to all the videos. If you're watching us back from a Fiverr or YouTube or whatever other places that I've got this on, head over to our main Twitch channel, and on there you'll have a chance to be one of our 200 followers. Once I hit 200 followers, I'll spin a wheel and we'll find out who a lucky winner is to receive some goodies. We also have a Twitter account, so head over to Twitter, hit that retweet and have a chance to have your name shouted out live on here. What else we got here then? We have our main gaming YouTube video account, which is the family friendly YouTube channel. So pop over there and you'll have a chance to see all the games that we play and everything else. If you haven't yet, pop over to the YouTube adult account where you'll have a chance to see this Eddie Stobart build. We also have on there the Titanic build going at currently at the time of recording. We've done the Lego Child, and if you saw my Where Have I Been video, you will see that I've had a new contact that has kindly sent birthday gifts to the kids, and they are going to be built very shortly on there. And I've also got the Ecto 1, all from a Lego Master Builder from Windsor. So thank you very much, my contact. And yes, you do not wish to have your name mentioned, so that's fine, I will keep it out, but you have to be enough to say that you are a Lego Master Builder. So yes, hopefully we'll have some more gifts from you soon. I will do my best and do what I've done with the Lego Dimension kits and go through it all in detail. Alright, so where are we now? So alright, so we should be able to head over now to the Twitter and have a find out and see who is our lucky retweeters. Yeah, see if Twitter's working for me tonight. Okay, so it looks like not working for me at the minute. Come on. No, I don't want that advert. I'll just go to profile then. Yay. Right, so this is last and final shout out timing to hit that retweet. We'll get everyone mentioned. So, here we go. In first we have Roy. In second we have Wabbit. Wabbit, you're hanging over there. And in third we have Claire. Thank you very much, she's free, for being the top 3 retweeters. If you do retweet afterwards, thank you very much, but sadly you've just missed out. And it's now time to get back to the video up there. Yes, thank you very much. No, yes. There we go. You there? Yeah, alright, okay, so that's working there. So who we got here in the chat here? Hi there Claire, how you doing? Hi there Roy, how you doing? Roy, you never hit me up afterwards. I've sent you a couple of messages. Hi there Dat, how you doing? Welcome.
Hi Dat.
Shh, Wabbit. You'll get me shot. Alright, so I'm going to flip over to the main camera in a moment and grab down the box and a couple of issues from the previous package. Alright, so in 3, 2, 1. Yay! Right, okay, the fades are gone on that. So as you know, we've got issue 21 and 22 from last time we had the package. Let's just put them to one side a minute, and we'll grab, I'm assuming this is the Stobart one. Hang on. I'm pretty sure this is a Stobart box. I'm sure it is a bit crunched. I don't know why, but we'll go and see how it goes. So I'm going to grab out the craft knife from the pack that we got from the very first, and see how things go. So yes, if you are a young kid, get an adult to open up the packages nicely with you with a craft knife, so you don't hurt yourself. There you go. Obviously be nice and gentle while we're doing it. Keeping fingers away while we are going through it all. Come on. I think it's getting a bit blunt now. There we go. Alright, so we've just opened it up. I'm pretty sure we should have in here 4 issues, which is 24, 25, 26, 27, and the mini daff of a Dolly. So here we go. Oh, we've got a bit of bubble pop in there. And yes, it is the right one. It is the Stobart one. Okay, we've got rubbish. Okay. This could just go in a gift bag. So we've got 26, 25, so they go to one side. 23 and 24, and a love letter. Right, okay. Alright, okay, so we've got the 4 issues from the love box, which could have just gone into a bag really. I don't know where they've packed it, and I'm sure we're supposed to have the little thing. Alright, it looks like I've got to contact them tomorrow, send them a link to this video, and find out what's going on. So 25 and 26, like I said, we're going to move to one side. Cool, they're a little bit heavier. And then we're going to work on 23, 24, 21 and 22. Right, let's put that to one side. So we've got a fair bit here. So we've got the door to concentrate on, and then it looks like we have engine parts. So that'll be interesting. Alright, so let's get ourselves a little bit more comfy and grab that door, which is over here somewhere. Cab. Driver's door, here we go. So we've got the driver's door. So we want issue number 21, so 22, 23 and 24. So all go to one side. And then we'll just go ahead and get this door going. So like always, we're just going to open up and ow, 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 that's my shoulder. Hopefully that you didn't hear all that popping and grinding. Alright, so there goes the booklet, one side, and we're just going to go ahead and grab the door panel and see how things turn out. So let's open up the packet. And yes, I am obviously quite far behind because I'm pretty sure next week I'm actually getting another lot of Stobart. So yes, I'm sure it's next week that it comes. Alright, so that can go bin. And here we go. So we've got DPO1 screws, which we've got some of them already, which we can sort out. And we've got some little pieces like we had on the last one. So we'll sort them out. Right, DPO1. What was it we've got in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we only really need 6. I'm sure we've got one somewhere. Well, got a DPO1 there. No. Because this packet is being shared with the Titanic as well. DPO1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's number 6. I'm sure we've got a packet with less in. DPO4. That one is DPO1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we can do that. I think we saved ourselves some more screws. Let's get all these away and see how it all turns out. Alright. So here we go. So it's DPO1s we want. So that's all them ones. That's an odd one. Come back here, you. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sure we only need a few. I'll leave them there and we'll go for these ones. Alright, so driver's door is where we left off on the last lot. And then we're just gonna finish off getting the inside done and dusted. So let's just place that there gently. Now, don't move from there, thank you. Right, so now we've got to sort out the door handle, winder, vent and pull handle. So as we know, the pull handle sits in quite nicely in the 2 grooves just there. Just like so. Got like a little handle part there and you have a smooth edge there. So that's where 2 screws are going. So we'll open this small packet up and it can go in the bin. Let's get these all out and we'll go ahead and we'll grab our PH00 screwdriver and that should be good to go. And yeah, that's empty. That can go towards the bin. Alright, so PH00 screwdriver. There we go. And we'll go ahead and put the handle in, screw it together. And what we normally do, we do a gentle left and right turn, get it like going in slowly until it gets a nice bite, and then it should be good to go. I might actually drop it down to the 000 because it seems to just slip a little. Right. Let's see. one in. It seems to be holding. And here we go for the second one. Alright. Oh. So yes, we're just coming out of Easter break. I was away for most of Easter and I spent the last 2 days. 2 days with the family. I spent before then was 2 days in bed. The rest of the time I was actually away, and if you haven't yet, go ahead and watch the previous video on Twitch if it's still there, and it will explain more. Alright, let's just make sure they're in nice and reasonably tight, and it's all done like so. Now we need to work out which order these go in. So we've got the handle, the vent, and the release part. Let me think. So we'll go for the vent. I'm sure the vent goes towards the front. That's the little round one with a black dot in it. It's like a little vent. It's got a little keyway on it, so it only goes in one way. And we'll just slide that in there. Come on, in you go. Yeah, that fits in there nicely. That looks about right. Right, so we now need to get a screw in there. Let's go ahead and grab one. Just one. No, just one. Right, we've got one. One drop, and we'll line it up nicely, and we'll wind it back and forwards, and we'll get it in nicely. I will show at the end how far we've got built. We've got going to have 2 doors. We've got the bumper, the front grille, and we have the driver's seat, the passenger seat, and quite a bit of the cab as well. So if you haven't yet, you can always go back onto YouTube and click on the actual list there, and you can watch them all there. Right, so what's next we got? We'll go for, shall we go for the winding handle? So yeah, we've got a nice little silver winding handle, and again it has a little keyway. Go away you. Thank you. Alright, so I'm gonna slot that in nicely. That looks about right. Yeah. So we have the winding handle, and that can go in there, and we'll grab the screw that we've already got on, and we'll start winding it in, working it in back and forwards. So yeah, I think the next build will be the Titanic, because that's behind, because I've got a packet sitting over the side there with some more issues in. I believe it's the last lot of 2 issues, and then it goes over to 4 issues per month. Also from Hachette. Right, there we go with that. And Rabbit has asked me to try and get her caught up with Doll's House. So I'll be doing some more Doll's House for her, in between obviously gaming and Lego building, as well as the Stobart and Titanic. Right, let's get this last screw out here, and that is empty, so that can go in the bin now. So we are slowly narrowing down our spare screws and keeping them in one big bulky packet. So we have the door release handle, which is obviously another silver part, which we've all had before. Hey, I told you to go away, you. Thank you. Alright, so we'll slide that in, and yes, it does have a keyway as well, so it only goes in one way. There we go. And now we'll work that in. Alright, and yep, no, yep, yes, go, yes. So yeah, spent a nice weekend with the kids in the local park, playing around and everything else, and it's been pretty good. Alright, so there we go. Now it's time to connect it to the door. So it obviously just clips into place. It's got one clip there, one clip there, and one clip there. But I want to do final checks to make sure all the screws are in and the release mechanism works. So when the door opens and closes, and the hinges are on reasonably tight. Yep. Alright. Now we just place the door card over and gently press it into place. Alright, come on. Come on. There we go, it's going. There we go. And that is in. And then we're just left with the kick plate. This one's got a little L on it, so it's left. And that just goes in nicely as well. Come on. Great. There it goes, it's in nicely. So that is one driver's door now done. Passenger door, sorry. So yeah, one passenger door now done. The only thing that's missing is the curbside mirror. I don't know if anyone else has picked it up, but I don't have the curbside mirror. So I will have a look at the instructions in a minute, just in case it is a missing part. But I'm missing it, I don't know about anyone else. And we'll see how things turn out. Oh, go away, thank you. Alright, so we'll place that there. And we'll get rid of that. And I'll bring all the parts in at the end. And we do a quick clear up. So what I'll do a quick 60-second ad break. So that will give me a chance to grab the next packet. Oh no, before then we'll grab the booklet and go through the booklet. I almost forgot. It's been a while since I've done it, and we'll slowly get there. So yeah, so we're on 21. So the door panel and details. So yeah, we've covered all that. Door panel, vents and everything else. Didn't need to use tweezers, and yeah, we put the little vent part in first. So that's right. Yeah, we've done it right. Winder and door mechanism. Alright, so that's all done. So yeah, we didn't have to worry about the instructions. It's nice and easy. Everything else. So right, here we go. So we've got the, if I can read again upside down, depot development. So we'll read about that. I'm sure someone in the community actually goes through and reads the whole book out to everyone. No one said to me to do it, so I won't. It's now too late to go back on it. So it looks like more of development. The Eddie Stobart story. So some more about the Stobart. What we got? Lucy, a Daff tipper truck. So yeah, it'll be interesting to read about that one. And it's the Eddie Stobart fleet. And then we are over to the first part of the engine block, which looks like it's going to be interesting. So alright, left side of the engine block, attachments, pipes and accessories and screws. So it looks like we've got a few bits there, and we're going to silver screws. So okay, we'll keep an eye on them, so I can keep the black ones for later on, and we'll put these DPO ones away, and we'll go for that 60-second ad break so I can get myself set up for the next one. Oh, where is it all gone? There it is. Oh, so here we go. So 3, 2, 1, 60-second ad break. Oh, now. And I forgot to change it over, so let's go there, be right back. So yeah, have a little look at the clip and everything else, and we'll get things going. Oh, I didn't put the book away, did I? Oh, what a spoon. Okay, we'll do it at the end. Do all for them at the end. So I think Rabbit's now going off to make a lovely brew, and we'll get things going. Hi there, Rabbit. Welcome to the stream, and we'll get things kicking off in a moment. Yeah, I can just about see the chat. Looks like we've had a few more followers. I will have to double check to make sure they are still following, and then they can have shout outs on the next stream. Hopefully they are here for the builds we're doing or the gameplay, or even both. Alright, so we should be almost back. 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. So we should be now coming back. So thank you very much for watching the ad break. It does help me out a lot, and obviously it gives me a bit of time to sort myself out. So here we go. We're now going to go back to the main page. 3, 2, 1, and we are going to move on from the driver's door, which is 21, and we'll go on to 22. So it looks like, or feels like, there's a die-cast engine, which seems about right. And we'll just open it up and get it out. Can someone find out if I'm supposed to have Dolly? I'm sure I'm supposed to have Dolly on this delivery. Yeah, I might have to investigate that. So, packet 22 to one side, and we're going to go ahead and grab the engine. Quite a lot of dimples, so it's been pushed around and squashed up and everything. So yeah, let's dive into it and see how well we get on with this. Yes, it does bring back memories of when I was working on the trucks, and let's see what goes on. Don't know if they use the right terminology for it, because I've noticed some bits aren't correct. Yeah, that is definitely die cast. It hasn't been painted quite well on the inside, but then again you don't see the inside. And so that's left side, so that must be the front, the bit that's sticking out, and that must be the back, because that looks like where the bell housing goes for the gearbox. And we've got some DP06 screws, which looks quite small ones, so that'll probably be for the detail there. And we've got DP07, so that could be for the bigger detail. Alright, so yes, we have, what was it, left side? Yeah, I'm sure it's left side of the engine block. And we'll go ahead and dive into this. So we'll get the adult approved device, cutting things open. So going to go from left to right, away from across everything. And you can't do left to right, you go from you towards your chum so you don't hurt yourself. And we'll see how things turn out. So we have, let's have a look at some of this detail then. So there's the left side of the engine block. It looks really nice. I know the light doesn't give it too well adjustment. Let's see if oh, hold on. See if that will help. Oh, no, that didn't help. So I will have to obviously change that light. Obviously I can see it is really dark red, but on there it looks like it's orange, but it is a red. So if that's the back end, so if that's the bell housing end, this is obviously be the front where the crank chain will be. So what we've got here then, we have, well, I'm not too sure what that one is. It looks like a bicycle pump, but I know there ain't a bicycle pump on there. So I will find out what they call that. But it is obviously not to 100% scale, but we'll have a look at that. We have what looks like a breather pipe. So there we go, nice breather pipe, same colour, red, not orange. And this looks a bit like a oil filter, one of them canisters that you find on most fuel engines, because you don't find oil filters on the side of an electric engine. But hey, right, so let's see how this will go together. And let's have a potluck. Oh, what was that? Alright, so I'm gonna, yeah, so that looks like it sits in there quite nicely. So that will go there. So that's obviously a big screw. Jello, well done, Mike. Welcome to the stream. And I see it's your first time chatting, so welcome. Alright, so let's see how we go with all this then. Right, let's get one of these new silver screws out and we'll see how things go. So yeah, I've got the instructions on the sides. I'll not bother looking at them like we never do, and we can go ahead. So that looks like it's just in there, and we'll go ahead and screw it in. Remember, we'll go left and right until it takes bite, and then we'll screw it in. We'll try not over tighten it because it is plastic and we don't want to rip the threads out that we put in. So it is a bit of a stiff one, but we'll get things going. And yes, so there we go. So we've got that on there quite nicely. So what we've got next, we have some sort of breather pipe. So that will go down towards the crank, so that's got to go up. That goes somewhere there. That looks about right to me, but that's a bit of a dodgy mould there, but looks like it goes in there quite nicely. But obviously we can't use that one because there's only one left, so that one. So we've got to go over to these DPO6 screws, which looks like the trick, and we'll just cut the corner so we can then use it again. So again, you can either rip the corner or cut the corner, and if you're not suitable, grab an adult to operate a blade for you so you don't hurt yourself. So, right. I popped 3 out and we've got 1 left in there, so hopefully we can keep an eye on these. I'm going to change that from PHO or PH0 to a PH00. There we go. And let's see, so it must go down there. We'll get things kicking off. Oh, and we'll see how things turn out. Alright, I've got a spammer there. Back enough I can see them before they come through. Right, so that is 1 in. I've got a bit of flex there. I might tighten up fully when we get the other one in. There we go. Right, so we'll go for the next one, which is there. And go on from there. So, oh yes, I went to a party with the kids. When was it? Yesterday? Yes. Yeah, yesterday. Everything was okay, and then there was an accident, and it wasn't the birthday girl's day, because they end up going to hospital. But the birthday girl is a lot better now, and she is on a full recovery, so we are okay with that. So yeah, all the kids were playing nicely, and there was just a little accident on Bouncy Castle, but everything's fine after that. So we want to say best wishes and hope you get even better still. Right, so we've got the breather pipe in there. So yeah, so quick look at these screwdrivers. Looks alright. Right, so we're now going for this last part. The screws got to go into that part there, so we need to try and work out where that goes. So the only place I can see that working is there. So we've got that part there, and we'll just screw that in. So we'll go ahead, and then once we've done this, we'll go for a look through the booklet, and we'll go for another 60-second ad break. I think this is going to be one of the quickest streams I've done for the Stobart. because all the other ones obviously took time. This one seems to have gone really, really quick and simple. Oh, got another spammer. Goodbye, spammer. I've got it so it's one touch on the pad there and it's all gone. Twitch is a nice easy system to get used to. Obviously you can stream to it through OBS or straight from the consoles and things like that, or even from the PCs and laptops. You can stream straight away to it and you are pretty much there. Right, so let's see, those screws there, that's there, and we've got a couple of screws left over, so we'll save them. I'm sure we'll probably need them for the next one. So that is the left side of the engine block. So that'd be like that. So front, rear. So we'll place that next to the passenger door there, and we'll put the screws to one side. So this pulled back in the booklet, which is number 22. So here we go. So let's see what we've got in here then. In here we have the left side engine block, engine block attachment. Okay, engine block pipe. So I believe that's the breather pipe. Engine block attachment, and then we've got some screws. Okay, so it doesn't tell you what the attachments are, but that's a bit of a shame. What here? This is attachment. Okay, so we did do that one first, which is fine. Oh, we did do the breather pipe, and then we done the other part. So yeah. Okay, so we did do it all right, although we didn't need to use tweezers or anything like that, so we were fine with that. What here we got? So I'm reading upside down. So we've got Robinsons of Calais. Alright, so okay, so that must be a rival company. We'll read about that later. Stobart story still. So I was talking about with that. So we've got a couple more companies there. The M9 motorway. So that's a nice, be a nice thing to read about. And then it's on the road. And there we go. So then up next we have details for the engine. So we have the oil sump, rear and front cylinder head covers. Ooh, that'd be good. Oil cap and accessory screws. So there's screws, oil cap, so that goes into that one. That'd be the front, that'd be the back, and that'd be the sump. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be another easy one to go. And we'll put 21, 22 in the right order, and then we'll go ahead and sort things out. So let's quickly go to Be Right Back, and we'll go for another quick 6-second ad break, so it gives me a chance to get myself sorted out for the next one, which is 23. So in 3, 2, 1, here's the other ad break. Right, so is that working? It's still ticking away, pre-roll. Yes, it's working, so that'll give us a bit of time to get things sorted out. I'm sure this is delivery number 7, so let's have a quick look on the website. Stobart FAQ. 7th delivery, you will receive a free Dolly 176 scale Oxford diecast model. Well, we didn't get that, obviously, because obviously opened it live to yourselves, and yes, we didn't get that model. So I will be having words. Right, so let's quickly get that back onto Twitch there, and we'll be ready to rock and roll in a few seconds. I'll bring wonders behind me so we can get that sorted out in a moment. But yes, we seem to be rocking this out quite quick. I don't know how long we've been streaming for this yet. We've been going for 40 minutes. Yeah, be about right. So Welcome back from the ad breaks. If you're from the ad breaks, I know there's a few still waiting and it does take a bit of time, so let's quickly go back to the OBS studios that we're using, which is Streamlabs, and we are going to come back to the main page in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So as you can tell, we've done passenger door, we've done the left side of the engine block, and now it's time for 23, 23, which is obviously what we've discussed already. So let's open that up, get the booklet. Some people say I'll put the booklet to one side, open it up and read the bits and pieces. So what I'm going to do, I'll leave it in front of you to buy you in the bin. Right, so I'm not going to be accused of opening this up and then following the instructions that way, so it's going to be like that. I've actually had it like down the bottom of the screen a couple of times, but we'll do it up here, and if I need to I'll move it gently so we can then do any cutting, which looks like we've got to do some cutting. Alright, so let's move that there a minute, grab our adult approved knife, and being a grown up we can then use it, and we'll just open the packet up nicely so we don't hurt ourselves, and we'll go straight across there. Did it work? No. So it looks like it is starting to go blunt. There we go, and we'll put that away. If it gets too blunt, then obviously it won't cut, and then we'll just break the tip off and carry on. So here we go. So all this got to go on the part that we just done, which is the left side of the engine block. So let's see how things turn out now. Alright, so that's all fine. That's all fine. So we'll keep that in shot. So tuck that there. So I can't be accused of doing looking at the instructions. So here we go. So DPO 7, DPO 6. So we've got again DPO 3. So okay, we've got to keep that one out, and we have DPO 7. So we'll use one from there and then go on from there. Alright, so let's have a look. So we have the oil cap, which is reasonably big, and that'll go in quite nicely. So we have a front and rear. So that'd be the rear. It'll be the rocker covers. So obviously underneath there you have loads of rockers, springs, collars, and bits like that. And that'd be the front. So it looks like it's got a keyway on it. So if I hold it back up, help, got a little keyway there, and obviously on the oil cap it has a keyway, so they obviously marry up and go together. So we'll just insert that. It feels quite like an actual filler cap itself. Right, so we want, what was it, a DPO 7 screws, I reckon. So 1, 2, 3, and then we've got in there, we've got 4. So yeah, well, we'll take this one so we can then put this in the bin. Alright, we'll change that to a pH 0. We need a slightly bigger head. Come on, out you come. And that can go in the bin. And, oh yeah, oh, it looked like it had a little slot in it, but it hasn't. Alright, so we'll screw it in and see how that turns out. So yes, we back and forwards until it bites, and then we'll just screw it all the way in home, and we can go from there. Alright, so then there we go. Alright, so that's a 1 down, 1 to go, but obviously they've got to sit in some sort of way like that, I reckon. But we'll soon find out. So we want the engine blocks next, or half of it. And so yeah, it does sit in how I thought it did. So we'll go front. So yeah, it's got little lugs either end, and then you've got the screw points. So it just sits in there quite nicely. So let's go ahead and grab another DPO 7. So we'll tear it this time, and we'll just knock out 2, 1, 2, and we'll keep 2 behind. So we're keeping our spares on the go and follow on from there. Alright, let's get that back on. And that feels a little bit loose now. Let's tighten that up. Thank you very much. I know I'm always doing quite well. Why is that? Oh, that feels really loose, but I don't want to do it too tight because it feels like it's going to snap. Right, that's better. So let's go ahead and make sure we get it the right way around. And we'll screw it in. So yeah, there is a screw location either end, and we'll just go ahead and stick the screws in. So yeah, I was asked earlier what I was up to today because I was ignoring people. Well, I wasn't actually ignoring people, I was actually stuck in a meeting on a Zoom call, and everything was going quite well, and then the microphone stopped. It just wouldn't let me unmute myself, so I had to then convert to a whiteboard to communicate with everyone. There was what, 18 of us in the call? Alright, so that's the front end. Let's get the back in. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. It did cause a lot of problems, but at least I had a backup system on it. It would have been done sooner, but microphones. So I don't know what's going on really, but my microphone is working. I think it was the Zoom. It wasn't Zoom, it was Teams. That was it. Someone organised a Teams meeting when we was told it was supposed to be in a Zoom. Zoom's in a couple of days' time. Got 2 Zoom meetings. But yeah, let's screw that in. And we'll screw that in. No, I can't wait to start doing my lunchtime streams again, where I'm building some Lego bits, because obviously I've got a new contact, which I'm very grateful for. So there's the engine block so far, and now we are over to the sump. So the sump looks quite beefy. It is die cast. It does have a few little dodgy oversprays and undersprays and that, but it's not going to be seen, so it's alright. So we need to work out which way the front. That looks like it, because obviously if we do it that way it's just too much of a overhang, so it goes that way. So it does work out just right, because you always find you get nice slope at the front of most sumps, and then you've got a little step over for like chassis parts, subframes and things like that. So right, there's something in the hole there, so let's grab that and we'll just poke that through. That's it, just a bit of paint overspray blocking the hole, that will get there. Alright, so we've got a bit of spam there. With unknown people, they are classed as spammers and they just get dealt with. Alright, so, oh, didn't open the packet. Alright, DDO3, here we go. So this is to hold the sump on, so we'll grab 2. Come on. Come on. 1 and 2. So these screws will then go into that. We'll then go into the other things with all the other screws later. And we'll keep an eye on them. And we'll just now grab these sump together. Alright. I will be going on to the group pages later. Hopefully I don't get a call away. If I get called away, then I'm terribly sorry, but everything will come to a grinding halt. But I will be opening up for a collab on a set number, and we can do a stream together. So if you are doing the build and you are on the group pages that I'm on, and you're more than welcome to hit me up and we'll do a collab. I'll try and get about a dozen people, so all on the same issue, streaming together and then discuss. I was going to do it for number 20, but I was delayed because I wasn't well, and everyone else just moved on, which is fine. I'm happy for that. Now it's time for me to play catch up and go from there. Right, so that's all in nicely, nice and tight. Goodbye spammer. So there we are. There's the front of the engine coming along quite nicely. The left side, the back side, and the base. So we'll get things going in a moment, and we'll see how things turn out. Right, I've just got to sort out this little buzz. 1 minute. I think that is it. Sort that out. Right, so I've done that part, no worries, and now it's time to move on to the booklet. So as you can tell, I didn't bother looking at it. I find it quite easy going through it all, really, and we can do it for the next one as well if you want. See how things turn out. Alright, so here we go. We have inside the issue, we have obviously some screws and covers. Right, so what here? So yeah, okay, we've done. So yeah, I was right. It was the front one that we put on, and we were working our way through front, rear, and yeah. So as you can tell, I've got a patch there, but on the book they've got a patch in the middle. So obviously it depends on where they've clamped it to powder coat it. What's this then? So it's fans in action. So that'd be interesting to read later on. Is that the Dolly? Is that what we're supposed to got? Possibly, not too sure. There's more of it. There's obviously story continues, so it looks like a truck fest there, or the description. And then we've got the Volvo F10. Yeah, obviously it's all different now. And the Stobart feet, I'm not too sure where that was, but I'm gonna say, because there's quite a lot of orange dust, I would say that's probably Australia. But we'll see that later when we have a read through it. Alright, so up next is issue 24, which is the last one of our issue. But I'm pretty sure we're supposed to have the model, but we'll see how things go. So we had the exhaust manifold and the alternator. Okay, exhaust manifold, alternator, belt, alternator holder, and accessory. Alright, so yeah, so that's going to go on the front there. So we should be able to squeeze it on in a moment. And we'll stick that to one side, and we'll put all the booklets in together in one go. So there we go. So that's 3 issues down, and 1 more to go. What's this? Issue 29 looks a nice one. I'll be doing that tomorrow. So next week there should be issue 30. So then I should be getting my next issue as well very soon, or next delivery. Alright, so let's see. Let's quickly go to there. And we're going to go ahead and do one more 60-second ad break. And we'll grab the next issue and see how things turn out. So 3, 2, 1, ad break. Alright, let's quickly click here and sort this bit out a minute. I think that's now done it as well. I'm not hearing a hissing, so that should be okay. Let's see how things turned out. Alright, so we should be almost back from the ad break. We've got a few more seconds left of the ad break and we should be good to go. So if you are watching ad breaks, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. It's always helpful. I know you don't see the ad break on YouTube and everything else, but you do if you're on Twitch. Let's get rid of that bit of rubbish there. Alright. Oh. Alright. So we should be back. Yeah, we should be back. So give it. Ow! Rubbish. Go away. Got two little rubbish piles. One keeps falling, and the other one's a bit too far away. Alright, so we should now be coming back for our issue number 24. So let's grab us back. So 3, 2, 1, and back. Yep. The fadings seem to have broken on this since last update. So here we go. So we've got issue number 24. Should be nice, easy to do. And we'll crack on. I haven't forgotten that Dap wanted to see how far we got to with the builds, and I'll show that at the end. We'll see how things turn out. So there's 24. Let's start 24. There we go. Alright, now let's see. So we have exhaust, some screws, and the alternator stuff. So we'll open it up and see how far we can get on it. Is it DPO3? I think we've got a DPO3 up there. And DP6, so yeah, we've got them screws there, and hopefully we can salvage what we've got. So we'll get rid of that. Can we open it? Yes, we can. Yeah, it does open. Alright, so let's put that to one side, and we'll get the bits and pieces out. Oh, see these staples. There we go. Oh, there's some more rubbish. Right, what we'll do, we'll stick that down there a minute. And we'll get all this out. Alright, so we are now looking at some alternator parts and exhaust manifolds. So looks like we've got some screws there, so that'd be for them ones. And we've got some of this to go together. Alright, let's see. Let's see if I can work this jigsaw puzzle out. So we've got a keyway on the end there, so that is all as one. So there's the alternator belt. Probably looks like alternator and a pulley, or alternator and a water pump. There's the alternator adjuster. So yeah, because normally you undo this and then you use a bar behind it to give it a pull, and then you tighten it up. And then we look like we've just got a bit of a spacer that looks like a bit more of a casing of the alternator. There we go, bit of a casing of the alternator, and we'll see how we can get this to shimmy together. So we have a keyway there and another other keyway, so them two must go together, marrying up like that. Does that push in? No, it just rests, so it must be screwed in from the back then, so that'd be the DPO6. Okay, so that must sit in there like that, and then we've got to go through that one there. So let's grab a DPO6. That's the new pack, isn't it? Yeah, DPO6 there. So we'll go DDO3. Don't want that one just yet. DDO3. DPO6. So we've only got one screw, so that's fine. We'll take that one, and then we'll work on that one. So we'll bring out our PH00. Ooh, there goes the screw, and there goes the bin packet. So we'll grab the screw, put it in the back of the casing. So it must be through this way then. It's fine, so we don't have to screw it through there, and then we just put it on there. Where's that? Hang on a minute, hang on. Hissing again. Alright, I think I've corrected it again. Seems to be some sort of issue with the mixer. Alright, so we'll get that on there, and we'll get the fiddly screw back out. Oh, come on, fiddly screw, and then we'll get these two placed together, and we'll get that. I think it's in there, and we'll work it in so we can get a nice decent bite and everything else. Right, so that should be almost there. No, a bit more. So come on, don't like it. It seems to be quite flimsy. There we go. That's it. That's nice and tight, and that's how it looks. So that will be sitting on the front there in a moment. So we can, as soon as we're out, so that must sit on there. But we need to get the back of this alternator on. So it looks like that little raised part there goes in the back of the casing in there, and we should be able to get that all together quite nicely. There you go. Now that looks like an alternator, and that must be on the timing release. So we'll grab the new packet of DPO6, and we'll get one of the screws out. Just one please this time, not half a dozen. Come on, just give me the one. Give me the one. Right, okay, we'll try and pull it out ourselves. There we go. Right, let's get that screwing in there quite nicely. Here we go. And see how that turns out. Right, here we go. Right, it's going on nicely. We're working it in nice and tight. Oh, there we go. I've got a spammer there. Goodbye, spammer. So there we go. So we've got that in nicely, and I've got a few more bits to go. So let's see. Obviously, a DPO6 won't fit there. That's the only thing I can think of. Does it go that way? Of course it does. We wouldn't put it across the other part, would it? Right, let's try and get that on there just like so, and then we'll go for the other button. So there we go. Right, so this rest it like that, and we'll grab a DDO3, which is here. So we want the other screwdriver, which is a PH0, and we'll grab that out just like that, and put that in the bin, and we'll get that screwed in to keep that in nice and tight. Ouch. Alright, so we'll work it in gently because obviously we are going into die cast, so we obviously need to cut it ourselves nice and slowly. Obviously not go too tight because we don't want to rip the threads or break the plastic. Here we go. Perfect. And we are, well, that seems to have moved a little. There we go. Right, so now we have the exhaust manifold, which obviously goes in here, and that sort of like just pushes in, and then it looks like we've got to screw it in. Which way is it? Is it going that way? Yep. So, right, okay, so what I can see on here, you have a couple little dimples, which I'm assuming we're going to screw a heat guard in or something like that. and something else goes on there, and that goes upwards, because I did try putting it the other way so it's nice and smooth on top. It didn't fit, so I'll try again. It didn't fit at all, so we'll turn it around and it fits in nicely. So it looks like we have 4 screw holes in the back, so we can put 4 of the DP06 screws in. So let's try and pick out 4. Right. Ooh, 1, 2, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, there's 1. I've got the other one here somewhere. 2. Alright. Come on. 2 more. 3. Just 1 more. Come on, 1 more. Come on, out you come. Oh man, come on. 4. And we've got 2 left in the packet to go in with the other screws. So again, we've got to go back over to our PH00 and we'll start screwing them in. Right, so let's put that back in place. Go in there, hold that nicely, and then we'll grab one of these screws. Could go on a tip, couldn't it? And we'll get things going. Right, so we'll start from one side, work it in gently. Right, there we go. So that's one in, and we'll go for one of the middle ones. Come on. Right. So let's have a look then. I'll have one of those ones of my suppliers. Got me one as a gift. Okay, do you wanna explain what was the supply got as a gift? And so we'll work it in. What's the other bit? Mine's a PH0. Yeah, it just depends on the type of screwdrivers they are, because obviously I'm using Wira ones, which are like electrical professional ones, and that, and yeah, they're not too bad. Right, so we'll go for the third one along, and we'll start seeing how things turn out. And that hissing's coming back. Right, let's get rid of that spammer. And let's see if I can get rid of this hiss again. There we go, I've got rid of the hiss. Alright, and then we go for number 4. And we'll put it in the last one there. It's on the oil filler cap area. And we just gently screw it in, so we don't obviously strip the threads and damage everything. Alright, so there we go. Some more details to the left side of the engine. So we've got one more bit there, which will be interesting to see what goes in there. And then obviously we've got everything on the right side and everything on the back side, everything else. So yeah, can't wait to see how it goes. No, it's the mixer deck I've got. The mixer keeps sliding slowly. It's a software issue. It's a bug. So we'll place the engine there, and we'll go ahead and place some screws just there for now, and I'll sort them out later. And we'll now pull in issue number 24 and we'll go through it all. Alright, so what we've got here, so we've got the exhaust manifold, the alternator and everything else, and the screws. So yeah, we've done it right. Obviously we're just looking at the bits and doing it ourselves and everything else, so yeah, we've got nothing wrong there. And looks like we've done everything right as well. And yeah, we screwed it all in. Bingo. So what we've got here then, on the ball, so Stobart must be part of a football team or something. Wouldn't surprise me. They got all sorts of things going there, so that's story. So we'll go on a bit more. What we've got here, the M25, yeah, that's obviously the main circle road that goes around London, which isn't too far from a friend of mine and some relatives, and yeah, I've actually been on there quite a few times. Alright, and then we've got, so we have coming up, which is up there for the next stream, we have the right side of the engine block. So that looks quite well, and that looks like the injectors or something, but we'll soon find out. The right side of the engine block together with fuel valves, so yeah, valves. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 screws there, I reckon, to screw it into that chunk there. So we'll see how it goes. Right, so we'll stick them together. So we've got the 4 issues that we've covered today, and all the rubbish decides to fall down on me. So let's see if we can just quickly pack it up in one of these bags. And there we go. Get all this rubbish, and we'll bag it up, and then get the magazines away. And then we'll do one more ad break, and then we'll go ahead and grab all the bits out so Dap can see how far we've got, because I'm sure he'll be watching it back on YouTube later. Right, so put the rubbish there, the bin's behind us. Grab the folder, which is just behind me. Yeah. So yes, we do have a lovely Stobart folder from a couple streams ago. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's in the right order. And we'll just flop it over to the end. And go from there. Alright, so let's get them in there nicely. And I'll get back to the chat in a moment. Get these eyelets through, because obviously we had one of these that actually broke us, which was fun. So that's all that done there. Alright, so that's 1, 2, come on, 3, come on, and 4. So we're now all up to date with that. And everything else, come on, over we go. Alright, there we go. Perfect. So that's all of them so far. Let's put that back behind us. And we'll quick go into a break, and then we'll grab all the pieces out, so it gives me a chance to show Dap and other people. Alright, so let's see, and I'll get back to chat after the ad break. So where is it? So 3, 2, 1, quick ad break so I can grab everything out. Be right back. So let's reach over and grab everything and try and get it in some sort of order. So if you're lucky enough to have the air brake, thank you very much. If you're not, then it's okay, we'll just deal with it as we go. Right, so we'll get everything out, try and get it in some sort of order. Place it like that, that like that. It is getting a bit tricky to try and squeeze everything on, but we'll get there. Right, so there's everything all ready to rock and roll, and it'll be the final one, and then we'll get things kicking off and done and dusted. I've got a few seconds left and we'll get there. Alright, so we should now be coming back from the ad breaks, so hopefully we'll get things sorted out now. So we'll go 3, 2, 1 and back we come. So what we've got here, great show, thank you very much. I'll be live again soon. I'm going to try and do tomorrow, and I think I'll probably end up doing a Titanic, but it's all up in the air at the minute. But this is how we are so far. So obviously we have 2 wheels, bumper, front grille, both doors, but passenger door is missing the curbside mirror. Obviously the wheel is missing a trim. We have obviously the engine block that we've been working on today. And a bit of dust there. We've got driver's seat, passenger seat, jerry can with the on and off switch. We've got the pedals, brake pedal works. We've got gear stick, and we've got obviously a little holder and some mats, and then obviously underneath we've got that's where the tilt would be, so that's where the pivot point, and we've got the inner wings, and we do have the locking mechanism to keep the cab down. Do have a couple of electrical cables there. Everything is working at the minute until we get there. So the engine is there, that will be on top like so. So if I squeeze it in there about there, that's roughly where the engine is going to sit. It could actually sit a bit further forward, but yes, the engine will be underneath, and we'll see how things turn out. So we are getting there slowly. We should be hopefully getting some more bits together. What is it? 25 is engine, 26 is engine as well. So we'll deal with them when we get to it. So it looks like we are building the engine, getting that all together, and then hopefully we'll have something to put together. Hopefully we can start getting everything bolted together very soon. Yeah, I'll sometimes do recaps obviously at the end of all the parts, or I'll do a quick recap of certain bits of where we got to. And it's now time to get everything stored away nice and neatly, because I know Dap's been away for a while, and he asked for an update, so I've done an update. I'm happy enough to do it when it comes to it, do updates, and we'll get things cracking on. So just get the bumper in there, front grille on there, and we'll just place the engine on there in that little gap there, and that can sit on top. There we go, and then that can sit on the side next to the router and Lego dimensions. So there we go. We have now covered 24 issues. We got obviously 2 more issues up there, and we should be getting a package within the next week or 2, which will take us up to issue 30, but we'll be streaming up to issue 28, because obviously we are 2 issues behind, but we are doing it in batches of 4. So what we'll do next is we'll go to ending. So if you haven't yet, and you can just go ahead and use the links that's coming out. and come and join us on all the social media platforms there, where we have our Discord, where we obviously talking about gameplay, we're talking about builds and everything else. There will be a few updates on there soon, because the bots are having updates themselves, and we'll get bots working for us. We also have a Facebook, so if you haven't yet, come join us on the Facebook. Just hit us up on there, let us know who you are and where you're coming from, so we can then make sure you're added nicely. If you haven't yet, pop over to the Fiverr store, purchase some Fiverr goodies, and Fiverr will be out of beta soon, so once that's out of beta you can go ahead and start watching the videos over there on Fiverr. It's just like another Twitch and a YouTube channel. It's up and coming and it's quite new, and if you do look on Discord, you'll see I am one of the supporters of Fiverr. We also have the Instagram, so come join us on Instagram. Obviously behind all the photos is links to the videos over on YouTube. We also have our Twitch channel, so if you're watching us back from Fiverr or YouTube, you can find us over on Twitch for the actual live stream. Before the live stream starts, we do send out a tweet, so if you hit that retweet button, you'll have a chance to have your name shouted out live on here straight away before anything else. We also have our family friendly YouTube channel, so come join us on there for any of the family friendly gameplay. At the minute we are doing Lego Dimensions and Lego Star Wars 2, and we are planning on doing some more games very shortly on that. We also have our YouTube adult account, where this will be going out on. Same with the Titanic, the Lego Child is on there. We've got the Ecto 1 going on there, because we've got that sitting behind us ready to go, and that's probably going to be in afternoon streams of I'm thinking of doing 1 or 2 packets a stream, not too sure. I will work it out on how many packets are in the box. And obviously I'll be helping Wabbit with her doll's house. I've got kids' birthday presents from my contact to do as well, and I will double check with Hashat to find out if I'm supposed to have the little Dolly this post, or it could be next post. We'll soon find out, but I don't know why they sent me a box when they could just send it in a plastic bag like they've done before. So other than that, thank you very much for coming along. It's been great, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now. Why aren't you stopping?